Hi guys, I am back with another mystery box. It's a subscription box that was never opened. If you watched my last video, you will know that I have a backlog of subscription boxes that I never got a chance of opening. So now I am taking a subscription box hiatus and we're going to go through all the boxes that I currently have that I have not opened, and we're going to be making fun jewelry with it, doing some fun tutorials. So without further ado, let's get into this one. This subscription box here is from the Curated Bead Box. I miss them as well. They have a great subscription box at a really good affordable price, so totally recommend them. Curated Bead Box. I will link their website down below if you're interested in checking them out. It's not sponsored, I don't get commission or anything, but I really do enjoy this box. So anyway, let's get into it. All right, see what month this is. I didn't even look. It looks like this one is from June. So this box is from June. It's called Seabed Secrets. It has all the gems on here, the beads listed, and then it comes, all these boxes come with a findings kit, which is super cool. I have a whole stack of them, and they have come in handy when I'm missing, you know, ear wires or any type of stringing material. They are perfect because it's perfect to have those little packets. Anyway, this is, like I said, oh, and the only thing maybe is a complaint is that if they run out of a certain product or a certain strand of beads, it will not be, they will replace it with another one. So it kind of can get confusing as to knowing which one is which, but we'll just go through it and see what we find, because this one is an old one anyway. So this one is perfect for what do you call it? If you're going to a beach vacation during the winter, this box would be for you. Look at how beautiful it is. It's got like a little crackle with brown and little kind of like brown tones and greens in there, pinks. So very neutral, small. It looks like it's a 4mm bead. So we got that one. We got some seashells by the seashore. You know I had to go there. All right, so we've got some little seashells here. Look at that. Super fun to make a fun either bracelet or beach necklace. And then we've got some orange beads. I don't know if these, they don't look like these, they look like they are glass, check glass beads. So we've got some orange ones, and these look like they might be a size 10. I could be guessing, so if you know, let me know. These could be a size 12. Let me see if we have size 12. Yep, we have size 12mm. Again, crackle, a really pretty lemon color, lemon yellow, with crackling in the center of the bead. So super pretty. Then we have these brown ones. Again, they look like they might be 4 or 6mm. No, these look like 6mm. I made a mistake on these. Probably 6mm as well. And we've got like a pretty topaz color here going on. Right, and then we've got these. It does look almost like seaweed. The seaweed color, I think. So it's a lovely like olive yellow type color. And then we've got, ooh, these look pretty. They look like they might be, they almost look like shell beads, bone beads. I don't know, they're pretty cool. They don't have much of a shine to them, but they look like natural beads. All right, and then we've got another one of these. Is it the same colors? No, these are more peachy pink tones, whereas these are more of a brown greenish tones. Again, 6mm it looks like. Really pretty little beads here. Then we've got more crackle and this kind of clear. It's almost like it's a yellowy, not a yellow, cream colored crackle. Transparent beads. Then we've got these lovely, look at these. It looks like they've got like a splatter. Silver on one side, brown on the other. Then we have these three guys here, which they look like huge marbles, but look at, aren't they cool? Look at, they got a lovely, so they match some of these over here, look, they match these smaller ones here. Don't want to drop it because then they go into the pit of despair. It's hard for me to get them out. So very cool. These are huge, lovely beads. Interesting, they're combining these beads with silver. So we've got a silver, it looks like a, why can't I think of the name of it? You guys know what I mean. Starfish maybe? Perhaps. It's a beautiful pendant. And then we've got some of these silver little guys here. Spacers. Got some silver spacers. Really cool. And then we've got, last but not least, we have, again, like I was mentioning, that kit of finding some memory wire, just regular wire. Lots of stuff. We've got stretchy string in there. And like I said, they also have ear wires, all sorts of stuff in there. So it's a findings kit. Okay, let me grab my tools and I will be back. We'll see what we can make with these fun collection of summer beads to wear on a winter vacation or next summer. I'll be right back. All right, you guys, so I am back with some ideas. I think it'll be fun. I'm thinking beachy vibes, like Christmas on the beach. If like you go to Cancun, Riviera Maya, something along those lines, and want to spend Christmas wearing a beautiful outfit. Summer sundress. Well, not summer. Winter sundress. Christmas sundress. Is there such a thing? So something like that. And now we just need the perfect necklace, but perfect accessories to go with it. So I started making this necklace. I will show you how I wire wrapped these seashells right here. Okay, so something, you know, that you can wear. It's not going to be, it's more of a neutral tone. There's really no, unless you wanted to put, you know, pops of orange in here, but I decided to go all more on the brown neutral type colors. So what I did, I will show you how I wire wrapped these seashells in a minute, but we're going to do a combination. We're going to go with silver metal. You can totally go with gold if you prefer. If gold is more for your, you know, it goes better with your skin tone, you can definitely use gold wire, gold chain. But what I did was, first of all, I took 22 gauge wire and did simple loops for these beads right here. How do you make a simple loop? I'm just going to show you quick. If you already are an expert at this, you can totally fast forward, but you just bend this 90 degrees. Make sure that you flush your edges 90 degrees, and then you just, all you have to do is take your round nose pliers and make a fun loop. Now here I did too much wire. Hang on a minute. What happens when you're trying to film it? Take your brown nose pliers and right about there, midway, you just kind of roll your wire. No, you don't kind of. You roll your wire and you make your simple loop. It's not a wrap loop. There you go. Wrap loop right there. And then you take your bead to the other side and cut. Over time, you'll get the hang of it. I consider it to be about 1 centimeter approximately of wire. That will make the same size loops for me that I like, that I normally make. Let's see. There we go. See, just straighten it out and you have your simple loop. Then all you have to do is open the loop. What's next? This one. So we're going to put that one with this guy in here. Close the loop. Open this side here. Put this guy in here. Oh, that one looks like it's not fully closed. You got to make sure that your loops are closed. Otherwise, your jewelry will fall apart. Make sure that this one is fully closed. There we go. And then this one I need to close up properly because I can see there's a little gap there. And that's when you lose your links. If you can always do wrap up loops if you feel that you want them to be more secure. Otherwise, simple loops will be easy and fast, especially if you're beading. Or you can use a looper tool. I have one. I don't know where I let. Oh, here it is. You can use this one is something. Is it a 5mm? All you do is you take, just to show you quick, you take this guy here, make sure it goes out the hole over here, and there it is. Why don't I use it, you ask? Because I don't like the loops that it makes. See how it just doesn't look right to me. I like not, I'm the perfect, it must be because I'm a Capricorn, I don't know, but I like, see, I did not like the loop. Some people like it, some people like the tool, especially if you're making a lot, if you don't mind like me, and you're making lots of them, then you definitely can use that tool. Me, I prefer to do it by hand. Even I just wanted to add a little bit of the beads to the chain instead of just making it a plain old chain with a pendant. This chain is from my last it was from my last bargain bead box, so if you want to watch that video. So what I want to do is I use this curb chain, and then I have another idea, and what I'm gonna show you guys is how I use these seashells, how I wrap them. I'm going to take 22 gauge wire. I'm going to take about 6 inches, which is about 15 centimeters, cut a piece like this, 22 gauge wire. And then what you do is you put this, back here, and then you take this guy here and you push him through this side like this. See? Push it through there. And then you take, hang on. It's being a little fussy. Push the guy through there. And then you take this guy, pull him up through the back, like so, and you push him through here as well. See? And then you can use your pliers to finish pulling this wire through. I had used originally 24 gauge wire, but I think in order to keep it nice and secure, I think I'm gonna go, I decided to cut it and go with 22 gauge wire. So now what you can do is you take this guy here, like this. Then I'm gonna take him through this loop here. And there. Now what you do is take this guy here, bend it to 90 degrees, and then we'll make a loop like so. But before you close it, it's got to be facing that way. Before you close it, you put this guy in here. No, don't put him in backwards like I just did. Just like that. And then you can grab your bent nose pliers to hold it in place, like so, and you can use your finger or grab another set of pliers and just go around. Whoop. Like so. and you can either cut the end off or just tuck it in like that. And then you can just straighten it out so that your star is facing forward. Okay, then on this end up here, again, I'm going to take it through, push it through here, okay, then now this one, again, you want to bend it, and I'm going to make the loop a little bit thicker because I want it to go on this curb chain. So I'm just going to bring it around like so. Well, maybe not, that might be a bit, well, hang on. I want it to fit through that curb chain. And again, it's got to be facing this way, front to back. That just turned out just not right. Okay, there. Then you just move it around. And it doesn't matter if it's a messy wrap. This is kind of a boho style necklace. See, I got my loop. This one I am going to cut this end here. Like that. We're also going to make a fun bracelet, so stay tuned for that. Just like the title of the video states. And then we're going to put in our curb chain. Now that it's facing and that it's secure, you can always just adjust it so that it's facing. Now what I'm going to do, now what fell over here, see, that's what happens when you don't tighten your loops. This one was not secure. Gotta be careful with that part of it, especially if you sell your jewelry. You don't want your jewelry pop it off on your customers. I'm going to take 6 inches from here to here. Let's see. Again, 15 centimeters. And that's when I'm going to put this guy up here because I want that chain to hang. And I'll show you right now. It's going to be very flowy, boho type. Well, boho, beachy, I don't know what to call it. You guys will have to let me know what you would describe it as in the comments below. So now that you have that, like that, you're gonna be like, Maria, what is going on? Well, that's because we're gonna hang this from here. But I need a jump ring for that. Now I do need a jump ring. Let's see if the kit comes with jump rings. Yes, we have some jump rings in here. See how they come in handy? And then before we add that, we're going to put this guy, which reminds me I need to twist this way, front to back. We're going to put this guy on here. Hopefully he'll fit. Yes, he does. And then I'm going to take, like I said, this is kind of asymmetrical, flowy type of necklace. So I'm just going to take this guy here. So far, this is what we have here. And you'll see once it's hanging on the bust, it looks so much better. So I have 24 gauge wire. I'm going to grab some more of these seashells. Just take about 6 inches. You can, if you want, if you don't mind the silver going through there, you could do it that way. Or you could do it like I did. But I kind of like it this way better, because that way the end is a little more at the tip of here. I'll show you in just a minute. So you have this, and then you go through here, bring it through the end here, and through here, like so. And see how you end up like right here on the point when you do it this way. So it really depends on the look you're going for. If you don't like the wire to show, well, you can do it the other way. I did it for the main pendant, but you can just always just shove it in there too. See, and hide the wire like this. You can either do like this one and put another little pearl, or just bring it back in and like that, bring it around and push it through here just so you won't lose it, and do one more little loop there, and then cut and grab this guy here, do it like so, that, and again you could just do a little messy wrap. Well, and this one I do want this way because we're gonna need jump rings for these guys. And then you can just straighten out your loop, and now you have more dangles, and that's what I want to do here. Once I'm done, I'll show you how I arrange the dangles. I'll be right back, but then first, before I do that, I want to show you how I did these guys quick. Again, 24 gauge wire, and like this, I'm working off the roll, and you just take this, hold it in your thumb and you know, your first finger, and then go like, bring it up, bring it around, kind of like if you were going to do a what's it called, herringbone, and bring it back around, wrap it around again, and just do 1 and 2. See, and then now you can, you don't need a head pin. And I like doing it this way because then I provide a pretty frame, kind of jazzes up the bead, at least in my opinion. What do you guys think? I like the way the bead gets, you know, gets that sparkle from the silver like that. So I'll cut this, and then all you have to do is just make a wrap loop on this guy. Again, just a messy wrap, and now we have our little wrap thing. I'm going to go ahead and make some more and some of these dangles, and I'll show you when I get back how I arrange everything. Be right back. All right, so here it is. Here's the, I ended up putting a lobster clasp on the ends, and then I made this part, you know, I just made these with the, as I talked about previously, I made it with simple loops and these beautiful beads. And then I ended up putting a bunch of seashells on the bottom. I wanted this to be flirty and a lot of movement, and just what you think of when you think of waves and ocean. It's just, I don't know, I love the symmetry of it as well. It's not just a round necklace. And again, at the end of this video, stay tuned and I will post a video of how it looks, I mean a picture of how it looks on the bust. Now, moving on from this beautiful necklace, I am going to be showing you guys how to make a bracelet, and we're going to be using 3 of these guys here, 3 of them, and then what we're going to do is we're going to wire them like I showed you with 6 inches of this 22 gauge wire, just to make sure that they are secure, because You definitely want to, you don't want to use a thinner gauge than the 22 gauge wire, because it's on your it's going to be on a wrist. You don't, you know, you bang on stuff, you hit stuff, so you definitely want it to be secure, or, you know, like safe, that it won't, strong enough to withstand the movement. So on this one, I am going to do it like I've done the other ones, where I am going to go through the front. If you don't want the wire to show, I showed you already how to do it, pushing the wire opposite. But I like that when I do it this way, the wire ends up right here in the center, or the end of the seashell, of this shell here, and like this. And I'm going to do the same on this side, bring it through here like so, and then you just pull on it. There we go. Oop, that one got out of the way, but that's okay. We'll just move it to the center. There we go. Now what we're going to do is take this guy, take a pair of these pliers here, like this, and then make a wrap loop. I might have cut more wire than I wanted to, but I didn't want, I'd rather have extra than not enough. And then I'm just going to do a messy wrap. Again, doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, I like the messy wrap in this style. And cut this end off. So tuck that little end in so it's not sticking out. Straighten out your loop, and then do the same on this side. Just like that. Cut it right there. Straighten it out. Tuck the loop in, the edge. There. And again, if you don't want the wire to show, you can always just shove it in there. There you have these other ones. And it'll still might peek through, but it's not very prominent. See? Just like that. Okay. Then I'm going to do the same with this one. I'm going to go and do these two, but before I wrap the loop, I will link it to this one. So I want these three linked together, okay? So I'm going to go do that, and I'll be right back. All right, so here are these three interlinked shells, and what I'm going to do is measure this from here to here, and we have 4 inches. Now a bracelet is usually about 7 to 7.5 inches. So 4 inches means that we need 1.5 inches on each side, because we still, that would make 3, 7, plus the clasp, that would make about 7 to 7.5 inch bracelet. So we're going to grab some of this beading wire that came in our little findings kit. As you can see here, here are the little, these are what do you call it, crimps, and then we have some beading wire. So we're going to grab the beading wire, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut 3 inches on each side. Now why is it, if we only need, because you're going to need room to crimp, so we need 1.5, so we're going to do 3 inches. 3 inches, I apologize for those in the metric system, is about 8 centimeters. So we've got 3 inches on one side here, and we're going to need 1.5, 1.5. So I'm just going to cut there, and then cut the other half right there. Okay. And then what you want to do is grab this here, put it through, unless you want to do a jump ring, totally up to you. I like to hook it on the actual, what do you call it? On the actual loop. What did I do with those crimps? I'm going to use the crimps from here. You can use your own crimps if you want, but since they're here available, we might as well use them. So we're going to need 4. So I'm going to do one side to show you guys, and then I'll go and do the other side. 1, 2, 3. So we've got 4 little crimps here. And it doesn't look like we're going to need our crimping tool with this guy. I'm going to do it this way. So here, see how we need plenty of room to get our beading wire into the crimp. So you definitely want to have somewhat of a tail on your beading wire. Maybe that was a little too much, so I shortened it. Grab your little crimp. Now we have it here. Make sure that you do not cross your wires. If you cross your wires, over time with friction, you'll end up, because this beading wire is a whole bunch of little wires put together. So if you cross one on top of the other, then with the friction and over time, you'll end up weakening the wire. So just a tip there. Then squeeze and squeeze. So I'm going to use these guys here. I don't know how many I'll need, but I'm going to grab one of these. Oops. Now let's do this one first. That way we have a little bit of metal going through here. See? We probably will need like 3 beads, literally. Let's see. 1, 2, and 3. 1 more bead. Hopefully I don't have trouble crimping this. These are so little. Grab it with my pliers, bring it through here, and then bring it right back through. See how little wire I have left? Just try not to waste wire, but sometimes it's like I'd rather have extra than not enough, but that's okay. 2, and again it's crossing wires. We don't want to cross those wires. All right, so now that we have our loop, squeeze. See, there we go. Now we have our, so you can either cut it off or you can just shove it back in there if you want. That's if it'll, I don't know if it'll go through there. There, so I managed to put that through, and see the little wire came out over here. So here we'll just cut it off instead of trying to thread it through another one. But at least it's through there. And then all you need to do is grab a jump ring. Put the jumping through here. And now I'm just going to go out to the other side and do the same. Do the same on this side. So now we just have to do the same on this side. All right, so here it is. Oops, this one flipped over on me, but it's, here we go. See? So now we have our really pretty, well, like I said, they flip over, but they shouldn't. It's just temporary. And like I said, I have a small wrist. If you watch my previous videos, you'll know. And even then, I still, you know, it's still somewhat okay. As far as, you know, I could still wear it just fine. But it looks so pretty with the shells. And then the beads here, little silver beads. What do you guys think? I think it is fun for the beach. So here we go. We have our seashell necklace and bracelet, and I think they're super fun. Fun for a beach vacation, and with a lovely sundress. I think it'll look so pretty. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. This is a curated bead box from past summer, but it still applies year round because, hey, who doesn't like going to the beach? I know I love going to the beach. So if you love going to the beach, comment down below. Let me know. Give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe so you can keep on the trend that we're going as far as uncovering all my past bead boxes that are still sealed shut. Let's go through them all together. Don't forget to subscribe. If you did subscribe, thank you so much. And especially if you hit that like button, it'll mean the world to me, because that means that my channel is getting shown to many more people. And that is the best way you can support me. So I appreciate you so much. And for now, I will leave you with the curated bead box, my old ones, right here, right there, somewhere up here. And I'll see you over there. And thanks for watching. Bye.